I told my wife that our baby is mine and that I did not consider her the other parent, but I do not know if that was a good call. Hi. This is my first post here. I'm here to talk about an issue I do not know how to navigate. I want to start off by saying that my wife and I are lesbians and have been married for 4 years, together for 6. Our relationship was perfect, or as perfect as relationships can be. We are fine financially, which in this economy feels like a blessing. We have a decent house and work schedules that align with each other, and yes, we were incredibly affectionate toward each other. So, around 6 months ago, we went through IVF, and I am currently carrying our daughter. But around the same time, my wife got a promotion at the company we both worked for, and it consumed her life. I am not being dramatic. I understand the stress of a new position, and I did my best at home to make sure she would come home to a nice house, home-cooked dinners and lunches to take to work. But nothing has seemed good enough. I noticed around a month into her new position, she was coming home later and later, often staying well past dinner time. So I would work my schedule around her so that she would always have a meal to come home to, but it felt like she stopped seeing me. Her entire life has been consumed by her work, and I am worried. I know this behavior is not healthy. It has been 6 months since she received her new position, and things have gotten so bad that I feel like a shadow in my own home. To make matters worse, I have been struggling with the pregnancy, yet she does not seem to care. I try to talk to her, ask her about her day, and I am met with dry answers. Some nights, she is home well into the evening when I am already asleep, so we do not talk at all. I feel discarded. It is weird to miss someone with whom you still share a bed. Now to the issue at hand. Yesterday, when she came home from work at 11 p.m. yes, 11 p.m. she caught me upstairs crying because, 1, I am pregnant, and 2, it feels like my wife hates me. She just stared at me blankly, then asked why I was crying. And I lost it. I spilled everything. I told her how her negligence was making me feel. I did not yell, I just cried while she stood awkwardly in the doorway. She responded by saying I was being ungrateful because she was providing for our family and our daughter. In the heat of the moment, I told her that the baby was my daughter, not hers, as she had not been involved in the entire pregnancy. She never went to any appointments past the IVF ones, skipped our small gender reveal, and has not even tried being there for me while I am slowly getting sicker by the day. So this reaction felt justified. I was not trying to be ungrateful, I just feel so unloved, unattractive, and like I am not doing enough to win her attention. I am grateful that she works so hard. I just miss her so much. I do not think we have even kissed in weeks. She left the room without another word, and I cannot help but feel like I have messed everything up. All I wanted was my wife to come home, not this hollow workaholic she has turned into. She left for work early this morning and has not called or texted. To be honest, I'm scared that anything I say will make things worse. I do not want to divorce her, but I cannot imagine raising a child with this woman anymore. I know posting here probably is not a good call. I am just so tired, and my therapist has no openings for another week. I am not angry. I am worried that she is falling down a path that I cannot help her with. Please give any advice you can. I want to be seen again. For a bit more context, I do not think she is cheating. I did make the horrible mistake of looking through her phone, and nothing is incriminating. Yes, I have tried talking to her many times. I have texted paragraphs after paragraphs, and she has said she is sorry and does try a bit more for a few days, but then falls back into her schedule, quickly adding something, as I realized I forgot to include a small detail: the child has no genetic ties to me. I am carrying her egg. We decided this was the most viable option for us, as it allows both of us to be included in the process. By saying, "You are not this child's parent," I did not mean it because of genetic ties, I meant it because she has not shown up for us. And yes, I regret saying it. Final update. Hello. I am quickly writing an update while my wife is in the shower. I was not sure where to leave an update, but I wanted to add a few more things and address some of the comments I have received. First of all, more context on my comment. No, I was not saying that she was not the biological parent. I was saying she was not stepping up as a parent. There is a difference in this matter. I am unsure whether going to Reddit was actually a good call. The amount of homophobic remarks I received, which, mind you, were completely unrelated to this topic, was unfathomable. Though I did get a giggle out of one comment saying, "Why did you choose to marry a woman?" To which I replied, "Women are hot." Need I say more? I was also baffled. Almost every comment pointed out the fact that this is a WLW relationship. Yes, I understand that the variables change, but some comments just felt like they were mentioning it for no reason. Anyway, thank you for all the advice. I had pre-written a script to say to my wife when I got home so that I would not say anything wrong or leave anything out. My wife came home early, which was surprising, and I was caught off guard. She beat me to the "we need to talk" conversation, and we sat down in our bedroom. I spoke first, using advice from the comments. I told her I was sorry and that what I said was immature. I explained that I felt like I was alone in this ordeal and that all I wanted was to feel loved again. I also told her I was worried things would remain like this after our daughter is born. I talked to her about her workload and how I was concerned that this might be becoming a much larger issue for her mentally. She was silent for a long moment after I spoke before explaining that the reason she walked out after my comment was not because she was angry. Yes, she said the comment stung, but she explained that it was like a wake-up call in her head. Some of you were right, but some of you were very wrong. In her mind, the promotion mattered a lot to her socially. She felt expected to take it, even though she was comfortable in her old position. Saying no could have impacted her greatly and possibly damaged her relationships with her bosses. When she tried to say, "I will need to think about this," they had already taken it as a yes because the position was urgently needed, and the company was struggling without someone in that role. The workload became so overwhelming that she was getting migraines at night, which is why she was either short with me or did not want to talk at all. By this point, she was crying. She said she regretted everything, now seeing it in a new light. She apologized over and over, and she told me she has delegated 50% of her workload to other people so that she can be home earlier. She also said she wants to look into getting a therapist to better manage her stress. Of course, I'm happy about this. She also admitted she was worried and opened up to me for the first time. She said she was scared of becoming like her own parents and did not want our daughter to grow up the way she did, and because of that, she subconsciously pulled away. I told her that she needed to communicate these things and that I was still upset with her lack of communication. I feel more at ease, but I am not completely convinced. I am already so used to being without her that the idea of being close again feels unfamiliar. But for now, I'm just glad she finally understands how I feel, and I finally got that kiss. Thank you for listening.